Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Raconteurs After Dark. It's me, Jason, and it's a special show. We are special in this.
Everybody, welcome to Raconteurs After Dark. It's me, Jason.
There we go. Good evening. Anyway, welcome to Raconteurs After Dark. It's me, Jason, and I wanted to do this simply because I want to sort of clear everything up and clear things up with what's happened with us. I wanted to after Wednesday's show, the show that I did Wednesday night, I got an invitation to a Skype conversation, a Skype call, and that was with Dinny, Andy, and Paul Webby. So I went. Yes, it's dark. Yeah. So I went and had this conversation with Webby and with Dinny and with Andy as well. By the way, first time I've heard from Andy in a long time, and that I'm going to get to as well. That's the most disappointing thing for me, because I thought that me and Andy there were things that I'd told Andy, there were confidences that I'd entrusted Andy with, and that I'd never told anybody else. And for him to just diss me and just completely delete me out of his life without even talking to me was something that was I think that's probably the most difficult thing to deal with. I can understand Webby and the way that he feels. I understand Dinny because he's a fucking idiot. He's just an idiot. I can understand. Where do we start? What do we do? What? Okay, so I get a phone call. Invited to a Skype conversation. This is just after I'd done the show with Ben, and thanks Ben, because that were a great show. And it was really right. Okay, let's get on to the Webby thing, right? First of all, let's get that out of the way, right? Me and Webby have spoke about this, and we are now actually fucking fine. Well, on my part anyway, and I do think that he's on his part as well. Thinks that we sorted it out. I don't know whether he does or whether he don't, but the thing with the Webby situation. We all have things that are going on with us. We all have things. We all have little demons that are doing things to us that are making us the way that we are, making us act in the way that we are. And I was in a bad place at that time when Webby left. And the way that this is from my point of view. Don't forget, there are two sides to every story. This is my side of the story. I don't want you to believe my side of the story. I don't want you to. All I want you to do is just listen to my side of the story. I'm sure Webby's got his side of the story, but I don't want to. I don't want to try and say, "Oh, listen to my fucking side of the story," or "You're a cunt and you can fuck off." I don't want to do that, right? I've never done that. I've never been the sort of person that says, "Don't listen to anyone else." And I've also promoted Webby's YouTube channel and his and what he's going to be doing in the future. I've promoted that as well. I'm not this fucking dickhead. I'm not a dickhead. I'm not I know it's difficult for people to understand, but there just is no ego in this. I don't have. Obviously I have an ego, but I don't have an ego where it completely consumes my life, and I need to be able to to be able to say, oh well, this has happened and this happened and that's happened. That's someone else's fault. Oh, by the way, I've got a fucking stinking headache. I've got a fucking stinking. You know what happened to me tonight? I fucking fell off my chair into Bath and knocked myself out, and I was in fucking Bath drowning, and my fucking wife, who shouted up, went, "Are you all right?" And when I know what happened, she came up and fucking dragged me out. But what I fell out at fucking off my chair into Bath, and I fucking done me any, so I've got a terrible headache. So please forgive me if I seem a bit like I'm not all there. But I fucking knocked myself out and everything. Fucking, I completely remember dragging me out because I thought, whoa, where the fuck am I? And like I was completely underwater. So so I'm nearly drowned tonight. This is what living with me does. This is what being part of this thing that I do. This is what happens. Is that things happen to me, and you've got to deal with them. So anyway, Tuesday, I had a Skype call, and on that call was Webby, Andy, and Dinny. Who's anyway, Dinny, whatever. And I spoke to Andy very briefly before Andy disappeared off the call. I spoke to Andy, and he had the opinion that what I'd done to Webby was wrong, and that was the reason why he deleted me from his life. He'd not got in touch with me. He'd not bothered to get in touch with me or anything like that, or ask me any questions. He just deleted me from his life. It's up to him. It's his fucking personal thing. Also, so when we get on this call, there's me, Dinny, and Webby and Andy. And Andy then halfway through just disappears, completely disappears. He didn't want to talk to me anymore. And this is the thing that has really hurt me, because Andy was the person that I thought I could confide anything in. I could talk to him about anything. I could talk to him about things that I can't talk to other people about. And that's the thing that really hurt about what he did is that he just completely fucked me up. Oh, fucking hell, I think dog's farted. Watson, stop farting, you dirty little bastard. Come here. Come here. Come here. Up here. Come on, up here. All right, bugger off then. He's there behind me anyway. It's fucking farted. It stinks like fuck. But yeah, so that was that was what happened on the Skype call. Now I'm going to get into the part where Webby is no longer on Raconteurs News. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to tell you all about, from my point of view, because there are two sides to every story. I don't want you to believe my point of view. I don't want you to have my point of view as the. I want you to fucking look at things and say things. You know, if you think that I'm a cunt, then tell me I'm a cunt. Anyway, here's the thing. This is the reason why Webby's not on the show anymore. I had, as you know, I got quite a lot of. I got some bad shit going on in my life. Mentally, I weren't very well. It was a year since the first operation on my leg when all this started, and so I weren't really in a very good place. Now, when if you remember, I did a show with Max Egan, and me and Ada did the show with Max Egan. Now, this is not a tale of, oh, somebody's a cunt or somebody's that or somebody's this. It's a tale of we've not communicated enough together. So I got on my phone, I got a messenger message that had included me in this conversation, and it was Webby and Max Egan, right? So I didn't know. I couldn't see what the conversation was before. so I couldn't see what had gone on before. And all I knew is that Webby had put me into this conversation with Max Egan and him. And so I thought, well, we want to get Max Egan on the show. That's fine. That's cool. And to be fair, I didn't contact Webby and say, well, the fuck's this? So I just basically I got Max Egan. I got Max Egan on the show, and I can't remember what night, whether a Monday or a Tuesday or whatever. But we did the show, and I was in a really bad place. And there was a lot of people. If you look back on, not a lot of people, but there were some people that said, you could tell I were pissed, and I fucking were. I were pissed because I were in a bad place. I were in a terrible place. It were a year before me. It were a year before that all this shit had happened. That my leg were coming off. I'd also got a personal thing that was around about that time, a couple of years beforehand, which were really depressing me. And so anyway, we got Max Egan on and we did the show. And by the time it finished, yeah, I were pissed and all this sort of stuff. But Paul didn't turn up for the show. He didn't turn up, and I never got any. I never got any response from him. I never got any messages from him saying, "Oh, I can't come in. I'm at work," or whatever. Whatever he's doing, I just didn't get anything. So the lack of communication meant that I'm there, and I'm thinking to myself, "Well, what? This is when if you remember, I'm in such a bad place that I said, this is going to be the last show. It's going to be the last Raconteurs news, because I just felt isolated. I felt like I'd been just left alone and just fucking do what you want, sort of thing. And it's really difficult because these fucking people. I don't know what Webby were going through. He might have been going through some other stuff as well. I don't know. I can't say that. But after the show, I was messaging Webby and I was saying, where the fuck were you? I needed you, man. I would really, really needed you. And you weren't there and all this and that. And it's just he said, she said, and all that sort of nonsense. And I don't really want to get into it, but and from there, that's when it sort of like, then Webby we're doing, he put up a YouTube account, the Webster Report. So I thought, right, he's done. He didn't want to be fucking be out. He didn't want to be with us or all. And we had a little bit of a row by Messenger, and it's just fucking nonsense that people do. When people are in an emotional state and they're in, which I'm in now. To be fair, I'm in a fucking terrible emotional state because just shit's been done to me that I never really expected from people that I never really expected it to come from. I hope this is making sense, by the way. I'm just going to have a quick look in chat room, see what's going on. We've got, Super Leeds. Super Leeds, Annie Logical as well. There we go. Annie Logical said, I like Paul and what he brought to the table. And I did as well. I really did. I really did. I thought he were a little bit one-dimensional with stuff. I thought that sometimes UFOs and stuff could then turn into the bills of exchange, but that was just something that were going on between us, and I had a little bit of stress about that. I used to think to myself, do I invite this guy on the show? Does he really need? I'm not talking about Paul. I'm talking about other people when we're going on about guests, getting guests on. And I used to think, does this guy need to be told about the bills of exchange? And then I'd think, well, no, I don't. I don't think he does. And so what we're doing is I was getting guests on who I didn't get certain guests on because I just thought, well, it's different. I just thought, well, they're just going to be given a lecture on the bills of exchange, and really, when that's not when that's not what they are talking about, what their expertise is, then it's complete fucking waste. It is, as far as I'm concerned, it's complete waste. And I completely understand. Anyway, so after on Wednesday, after I'd had Ben Emlyn Jones on, I got an invite onto a Skype call, and I was on the Skype call with Dinny, Webby, and Andy. Now, Dinny and Andy, me and Webby, we talked, right? We spoke to each other, and we then were able to understand where each other were coming from, and we realised it were a lack of communication, right? Okay, so we knew it were a lack of communication. So we were able to talk and to be able to iron out a few things. In fact, Webby even said, "I wish we'd had this conversation 3 weeks ago, and then this might not have happened." Right? So we had that. I've got nothing against Webby. I want you to go and go to the Webster report when he does his shows. Just I don't want any. And this is what I said to him as well. I said I've not dissed you at all. I've said go to Webster report. He's going to do this, that, and other. He's going to be doing his shows. So subscribe and everything. And that, you know. For me, that's what this is all about. It's all about, even if we don't agree with each other, even if we've got, it weren't even really a problem. The problem was that I was in a bad place, and I'd been put into a situation where I'm having to interview Max Egan, and by the time I'm at the end of it, because I'm in such a bad place, I'm pissed as a cunt by the end of it, and that the Webby didn't turn up for that. And we sort of started accusing each other of all different things. And that, look, I'm one of them people, right? I know my personal failings. I know them. Believe me, I've had them pointed out to me millions and millions of times by different people. It's not about that. It's anyway. So I'm on this phone call. I'm on this Skype call with Webby and Andy. Now, Andy decided that he was going to just say, I think he just said the words, "I don't like the way you treat Webby." And that were it, and he were gone, and he fucking disappeared and fucked off, right? And that's Dinny, me and Dinny, we stayed on and we were talking and we were arguing, and he was calling me all sorts of names and everything. The thing with Dinny is, right, Dinny's a millionaire, apparently. I don't know, but he's a millionaire. Now, he's into all these sorts of alternative media and stuff, but he's been stung before. People have asked him for money. People have asked him for things, and he's sent it them, and then it's just gone to it. So now I'm different. I've never asked him for anything, and I know never will, and he's never sent me anything. And that's great by me. I'm not in this to be sent fucking money by somebody who's got plenty. Dinny was great when I had my leg amputated. He offered to pay for me to go over to Germany to have a prosthetic put on, and I'll forever be grateful to him for that. But I couldn't do it. I didn't do it for the simple reason that if I had a prosthetic done in Germany privately, then when it came to the time where I needed to have another one put on, or I needed to have an upgrade or anything like that, we're going to cost him money. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stick with the NHS, because if I'd have gone to Germany and got privately got a prosthetic put on, then the NHS wouldn't have anything to do with me. That would be it. There wouldn't be no NHS coverage for me. And so I declined. I was absolutely grateful, and I was so grateful for that offer, and I thought it was such a sweet and a nice offer. But it was just something I couldn't take up, and it was something that I didn't really, when you don't want to be in debt to somebody. I'm sat here, I'm on my arse, I ain't got no fucking money, I've got fuck all. I can't do anything. So for somebody to do that and put that in front of you, that was great. I really, really appreciated it. But I had to say no because, you know, down the line, I'm going to have to, I'm on my fucking first leg. I was supposed to, 4 or 5 months ago, I was supposed to get another one, but I haven't because my stump's not stopped fucking changing. So, you know, I'm going to get a better one, but that would have been out of the window if I'd have gone privately with Dinny, and then it would have been a case of whereas I'm going to go, I've got to go over to Germany and I've got to do this, and Dinny's going to have to pay for it. And I didn't want to be in that situation. I didn't want that to happen. I don't like being in debt to anybody. So I didn't. But as far as I'm concerned, Dinny's a fucking great guy. He's a great guy. He lives over there in Germany, and he's a top geezer. But me and him have never got on. If you'd hear the Skype calls that we've had, even when we were friends, you know, I believe Dinny gave me some of the best advice I've ever had a couple of years ago, and I believe I give him some of the best advice he's ever had. But he had taken the position that I had done Webby a disservice and what have you, and the one all that, right, Webby, as much as I love him and as much as I enjoyed going on shows with him, that, you know, the falling out with him and the I pretty much knew that was going to happen, and it didn't really. It wasn't that it affected me so much. Dinny, I fell out with him a million times. We've talked to each other on Skype, and I've told him he's a cunt, and he's told me I'm a cunt, and what have you. That's fine. It was Andy, and I've spent a lot of time with Andy and his missus, and for him to not even get in touch with me and say, look, this is what I think, and I think you're a dick, or something like that. For him to not get in touch with me, but just to delete me from his life, that really hurt. It really did hurt. I've never. I don't think there's anybody else that could. Anybody else in cyber world that could do that. I mean, Andy, I've met Andy many times. Been to different places. He came and visited me in hospital when I were ill, and I was having my leg amputated, and I just didn't expect that from him. Everything else is just, it's just a side issue. But when it's somebody that you've confided in, it's somebody that you've talked to, it's somebody that you believed in, and somebody that you just thought, well, that's, you know, somebody who you thought had the same ideals as you, that they wouldn't just go on, you know, whatever somebody's saying. They wouldn't just take that as gospel. They'd at least ring you up and get in touch with me. But for him to just delete me, that's the thing that's upset me most about this stuff. I mean, Webby is my mate, and I'll always fucking love what he's. I always love him. It's just that it were the people you're closest to when something like that happens, and then they're just gone, and it's almost as if I'm grieving for a friend, a good friend, and I really shouldn't be. And so there's no beef. I know there's been conspiracy theories about that I got rid of Webby because I wanted AD in. Yeah, because that's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of Webby and bring AD in just before he goes on 3.5 weeks fucking holiday. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's nonsense. Look, the Webby thing between me and Webby, like I said, we spoke on the phone, and sorry, we spoke on Skype, and everything. We left it in a place where we were okay with each other. But there you go. Let's have a look in chat room. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, 9059 Broadhurst. Hi all. Jason, you'll be okay. Hugs. Told you my side. Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. I know you, Webby. I know that you did, and I have got fucking ultimate respect for you, mate. I always have done, and I always will do. We are not. We're not in. We're not against each other. We're not in this. I'm not. I don't. I'd welcome you back on the show, mate. I'd welcome you back on the show. But Dinny, I mean, fucking. This is what you get, right? So on that phone call, Andy's gone. He's done it. He's fucking gone off, and he's done his thing, and he's just fucking completely burnt all his bridges. But Dinny, the one thing he said to me, he says, "I'm done with Raconteurs news." Irish. He's Irish. That's an Irish accent that I'm trying to do. Fucking done with Raconteurs news. Anne-Marie Carey, I can't fucking stand her. So I said to Dinny, I said, well what's up with you? What can't you stand about? Can't fucking stand her. I can't stand. So he won't give me any fucking, he weren't giving him any reasons. He would just say, I can't fucking stand her. I can't fucking stand her. I can't stand her. I can't stand her. That's it. Whereas Anne-Marie Carey, as far as I'm concerned, is a good researcher. All her stuff's good. It's properly researched as well, and I think she's a great addition to the show when she's going to be coming on again. I think she's a great addition. I don't understand this. I can't stand her. I can't stand her. I can't stand her. It was just nonsense. He won't give me any reasons. I said, Dinny, why can you not stand her? Why? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with her? What is it that you can't stand? And he couldn't give me an answer. It's just like this fucking weird fucking shit that's going on. But this is what happens. I've got a YouTube channel. I get 50 people watching me, and then I get 50 people watching me, and that's it. That is it. And by the way, Annie, I can see you in the chat room. Fucking, listen, I do not care about what anybody else thinks. This is what I fucking think. I know you're a good researcher. I know you're a good person, and I know you're decent. And anybody who knows me will know that I can tell from whether someone's a good egg or a bad egg. Webby's a good egg, right? I know. So it's not. I trust my own judgment. I'm not here. I know that you're an asset to this show, and I'm hoping you're going to be coming back on again very soon. And because I know you're an asset to this show, I know you're an asset. I know you're getting shit because you're over the target, and that's the truth. You get shit off. I don't know, them wankers, fucking 5G wankers, fucking steal and what have you. But you're on point, and you're accurate, and your information is backed up by evidence. Unlike nosebleeds, I've got nosebleeds coming out of me nose, and I'm gonna fucking die and everything, and all the children are gonna fucking. I know that your evidence and the things that you put out there, and it's not just speculation, it's not just nonsense, it's real good stuff. So Anne, please don't take this as any slight on you at all. These are people that have been well, Dinny, shall we say Dinny? He's a wanker. He's a fucking useless cunt anyway. He's fucking sat in his fucking, I don't know, his fucking castle in his forest and what have you, and he's probably masturbating at the moment. But sorry, that's terrible. I shouldn't really say things like that. Just obviously personal. But Annie, there is nothing about what there's nothing about you that really that has any there's nothing that he can say that has any substance about you. So please come back on show whenever you want. It's fine. I value your opinion far more than I value the opinion of some pissed up millionaire fucking Irish cunt in fucking Germany in a forest that's fucking doing Hansel and Gretel every pair of plates. And he's a moderator in chat room, by the way, which I've not fucking deleted. I've not deleted him, so if he wants to, it can be a rate cunt in fucking chat room, but you know, each to their own. Each to their own. I just wanted to say, look, Webby, I know Webby's in chat room. We're mates. We're still mates, right? After we'd had that chat, like you said, we should have had that chat a month ago or whatever, and perhaps this wouldn't have come to the situation that it's got into at the moment. I know you had one or two problems with AD, and AD, I know we can be a fucking it can be straight to the point and sharp and cutting in what he says, but honestly, mate, it didn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything disrespectful or bad or anything to you. So I just hope that we can remain friends. And you know what? I think, in fact, I used to call you my favourite guest when you were a guest that we used to come on, and me and you and Andy, what's his face, and you were one of my favourite guests. So I don't want this to be an end to our friendship. I want us to continue to be friends. I even want you back on show. I want you, come back at some point, whether it's as a guest or something, so that we can hammer this out. Because I don't think that things being left in crap are. I don't think it helps anybody. And look, I know I'm doing this show, but people, I know I'm talking about like stuff that's gone on between us, between me, you, Andy, and Denny, or whatever. But it's because I feel that the people that listen to us, that take the time to come on to Raconteurs News and listen and decide that not going to watch EastEnders or whatever other shit's on TV, but they're going to watch us instead. I think that I think they deserve to know what really happened rather than making their own stuff up. Now, I think me and Webby are, I don't want to speak for Webby, but I think we're probably agreed that it was a lack of communication on both parts, both of us, on that resulted in this all breaking down. So I tell you, it's Andy that's the one that's really upset me is Andy, the way that Andy's dealt with it, and the way that he's just completely, it didn't even have the courtesy to say to me, look, what's going off, and yada yada yada. He just decided that we're going to delete me completely out of his life, and that's what's really hurt me more than anything. I know I've sounded a bit emotional, but that's what's gone off. Anyway, let's say to everybody, hello to everyone. Jerry, son of Mick, he's in the chat room. Super Leeds, good evening to you, Super Leeds. Thanks for the text message earlier on, mate. Committed Escaper, good to you as well. And Dot, I think that's Tony. Logical Annie is in there. Good chat room. Listen, I'm only doing a short thing. I just wanted to do this tonight. So, right, I've done that. Let's get that out of the way. Let's talk some shit, man. let's talk some shit. What's happened with fucking Theresa May? She's gone. I didn't even realise. I've not even looked. Didn't even know. I'm going to resign on the 7th of June. I mean, what's that all about? If you're going to resign, fucking resign. Go off, you fuck. But no, it's 7th of June. I don't know what anybody thinks of that. And who's going to be next Prime Minister? Is it going to be Big Bad Boris? Or is it going to be Jeremy Corbyn? Or is it going to be Nigel Farage? Or it's not going to be a Lib Dem, is it? Because they're just idiots. And it's certainly not going to be Green. So who's going to be next Prime Minister? It's going to be interesting to watch for the next couple of weeks until the 7th of June when she decides when she actually steps down. Does she step down? Are we going to get Brexit? Of course we're not going to get Brexit. This is the whole point of it. She's dragged it out for such a long... How that woman's had a job all this fucking time is beyond me, honestly. It's just fucking beyond me. All it is these fucking pussies that want to stop Brexit. And I noticed it earlier on Sky News as well. I slipped Sky News on because there was that story in Sheffield about those kids. And because my wife's quite, she works alongside this, she got a bit of an insight. And so... we were looking at that and we were talking about that, and we were looking on Sky News to see if there were anything new on that and everything. But they've got these fucking idiots, and they're stood behind, on Sky News. I mean, stop Brexit. Fucking revoke Article 50. It's so obvious what dickheads they are. That why would they have them behind them? They didn't have somebody behind saying, fucking, fuck Europe, fuck this, it's fucking done anyway, because it's fucking done. If we fucking leave Europe, Europe's finished. That's the problem. That's the reason why we're not out of Europe, because if we leave, it's fucking gone. Europe's done. It's fucking finished. So you got these cunts behind fucking somebody on and that fucking Anna Sudbury or whatever her fucking name is, who's got police protection 24 hours a day, 7 days a fucking week, because she wants us to remain It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. It's all a fucking sideshow. And Theresa May resigning, what does that mean, really? I mean, I'm going to go. You know what? I'm so shit at being Prime Minister, I'm going to fucking leave. But before I leave being Prime Minister, you're going to have another couple of weeks of me being Prime Minister. I mean, she's a dead duck. What's the point in having her at all? Between now and June the 7th, she can't do anything. She knows she's not going to be Prime Minister. Again, it's fucking silly season, isn't it? We're getting to summer, so sun's going to come out. This is probably why we've got so much good weather at the moment, so we can all go out and we can all forget about how we've been fucked over by these fucking cunts who are, these fucking wankers in Parliament who've just basically fucked us over. They've said, hello, yes, here we go. Here's some democracy. There you go. There's some democracy. There it is. We call this democracy. Right. So what are you going to do when we vote to leave? And they go, you see, not quite what we wanted you to do, is it? No. What we want you to do is you wanted you to remain. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to fucking draw it out until everybody is so fucking pissed off with it. They're even talking. The thing is they daren't even bring in a second referendum because they know they're going to lose that. They've got to fucking. We've got to face it. We've got to stop. Fuck these cunts up. Fuck them up. Fuck them off. Tell them to go and fuck themselves. Someone comes to my door, fucking stamp. They're going to be told to fuck themselves. Simple as. Oh, let me just have a. Just smoking a fag. Let's have a look, chat room. I'm not going to stay on much longer because I'm a bit tired and I want to have a joint and everything. And my missus has got is not very well, so I want to. Let's overturn Crane's caravan. It will roll down the hill. Yeah, there you go. That's what we're going to do. You know what, babe? Okay. Wife's got a migraine. I really apologise for. No, I'm not apologising. My wife's got a migraine, so she's come downstairs, so I'm not going to apologise for that. Yeah, Logical Annie's put in there as well. She's talking about Ian Crane and his veiled threats. Look, Crane's a piece of shit. Ian Crane is we've interviewed him on this show, right? We've interviewed him on this show. I didn't want to interview him because I never liked him. I never liked him from the start. I didn't like not only it weren't the information or anything like that. It was his presentation. I didn't like his presentation, and I didn't like the way that it seemed all to be scripted. Now, what you're going to do with Ian Crane is it seems to me that everything he says is scripted. And when you look at Ian Crane, just have a look. I don't know. People are going to go, oh, "You're fucking mad, you idiot," but have a look and listen to his breathing patterns. His breathing patterns suggest he's reading what he's being fed. Okay, when he's talking, I don't know whether he's got asthma or something. I've got asthma. I can talk for England, but you know his breathing patterns. Have a listen to it. Have a look. Just look instead of listening to what people are saying. Have a look at how they're saying it as well. That's very, very important because you can tell a lot. Not by you can even turn stuff down, turn the sound down, and look at somebody, and you can tell they're lying. You can tell that they're lying and or they're reading a script or they're doing something. You know, this is all basic. This is all basic psychology, and I'm not expecting everybody to know this. But what I am saying is just have a look. Have a look. I've noticed a lot of oftentimes we've had Ian Crane on this show, and I've noticed oftentimes that he displays duper's delight, which as I don't know if you know about that, but there's a thing. There's in body language when someone's telling a lie, there's what they call duper's delight, and so it might just be a little. It's a micro expression. The corner of the mouth will go up into like a sort of smile. Because they are believe that they're duping you. It's called Duper's Delight. Have a look at that as well. Psychology. You will learn tons more if you look at psychology. If you look at because you can then tell who's an idiot, who's just doing it simply to make themselves some sort of deity or even for financial gain. You can tell people duper's delight it's called, and it's like just a little micro expression that you see, and just I'd suggest you watch a couple of TED talks or TEDx talks on psychology and duper's delight as well. It really is interesting, and somebody who's studied psychology, it becomes once you have a little look at it and you know what you're looking for, you can see it. You can see when someone's lying or when someone's doing something that's or saying something and meaning something else. So anyway, that's my little psychology lesson. For this evening, I think I'm going to go to bed because my missus is not very well. Annie's in there. She gets constant group threats and emails. Linda Lusardi won't leave Super Leeds alone. I can understand that. Bullfrog Crane. Yeah, good one. Crane is all. Well, I don't like to do this, but it's like NLP as well, neuro linguistic programming. I got on a thread earlier on, and I was I think it was on Facebook, but it was the Richie Allen Show Facebook page, and I think he's got somebody running it. I'm not on Facebook anymore. I'm virtue signaling. I'm not on Facebook and yada yada, this, that, and other. But he's got a man who does his Facebook thing for him. And I think I made a comment something regarding, Because that's what he said. This is why Richie is not the same as his contemporaries. And I put a thing in and said, well, just what do you mean his contemporaries? He's mainstream light, which is what he is. I said, I think my post was something along the lines of, I had less time off when I had my leg amputated last year than he did when his missus had gone, playing away, which is what happened why we were off a lot last year. So I got a lot of hate for that. I don't care. Couldn't care less. I could not fucking give a fuck. I could not give a fuck at all about anything that's not important. The important stuff the important stuff, it's my wife, it's my daughter, it's Watson, wherever he is, in his cage, and my own well-being as well. So that's all that matters to me. Anyway, listen, my wife's got a migraine, so I'm going to go upstairs and comfort her and be supportive and soothing to the person that's the most important person. The person that dragged me out of the bath tonight when I was fucking drowning. So we'll be back. I'll be back Monday. We'll be back Monday. I hope Annie's going to be coming on with me as well. If not, I'll just do it myself. This is not going to end. We're not going to stop this. I really want everybody to support Webby on the Webster Report. If Webby wants to have a discussion or anything like that, he's welcome to get in touch with me. I want everybody to support everybody. I don't want any division. I don't want this crappy division that's going on. I've lost a really, really good friend, somebody that I thought that were a confidant, and somebody that I thought that I could rely on, and somebody that did a lot of good stuff for me as well. Let's not forget that. Somebody who did a lot of good stuff, and he was really there for me for everything. And it seems that as soon as just one incident happens and he completely deletes me from his life, and that really, really hurts. That's the thing that really hurts most of all about all of this sorry affair that's gone on at the moment. But nevertheless, look, Raconteurs News will continue. I'm determined to continue it. I'm determined. We've had people come and people go, and people saying things and doing things. I just look. All I want to do is all I want to do is I just want to bring information to people. If people want it, they want it. They don't. I'm not asking anybody to I'm not asking anybody for anything really. It shocks me the amount of people that we have listening, because I think to myself, well, who wants to listen to me? That shocks me. So anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye. But before I do that, I wanted to tell you about my neighbour. I went to see my neighbour today, and my neighbour, and he said to me, he said, "Hey, how you doing? All right. How you doing?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm good. He says, great, awesome." So we were talking. He said, "What do you do for a living?" I said, "Well, I don't do out at the moment because I've only got one leg, and I'm really just hopping about and doing my own stuff." I said, "What do you do?" And he said, "Well," he said, I'm a professor of psychology at the University of Science." So I said, "All right, that's really interesting. What sort of work do you get into?" And he says, "Well, what I do is I psychoanalyze people, and I'm able to come to a conclusion based upon what they tell me. It's logic. It's called. It's basically it's called the logic theory." So I said, all right, okay. He says, "I'll tell you what. I'll give you an example." He said, "Have you got a dog kennel?" And I said, yes, I've got a dog kennel. And he says, okay, so most likely if you've got a dog kennel, you've got a dog. I said, yeah, I've got a dog. And he says, well, also, if you've got a dog kennel and you've got a dog, he said, the likelihood is that you've got a family. And I said, yeah, I've got a wife and I've got a daughter and I've got a stepson, and we all we all get along. He said, right, so you've got. He said, you most likely got a family. He says, so you're a heterosexual man. I said, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, you've got. He said, that's what logic is. Is you take one a starting point. You take one bit of information, and then you can make several conclusions based upon the answers that you get after that. And so I've worked out that you're a heterosexual man. I said, yeah, fucking hell, I am a heterosexual man. Yeah, well, And so he said, all right, well, I'll see you again soon. I said, yeah, no problem. I'll speak to you again soon. And I left, and I went down to down the road, and I went and sat at a bus stop. So I'm sat at a bus stop, and this guy says to me, he says, I'm going to light a cigarette. We're sat waiting for the bus. There's a few people here. And he says, I'm going to light a cigarette. I said, all right then. He says, because you know what happens? As soon as I light a cigarette, the bus is going to come. So, yeah, fair enough. That's sort of logic. And anyway, he lit a cigarette and he smoked the whole thing, and no fucking bus. No bus comes. And so he said, just fucking my luck. Just this day's just been terrible. I said, I tell you what, I've just learned something today. I said, I'm going to do you I'm going to do you a little test on you. And he said, oh, all right, okay. I said, have you got a dog house? Have you got a dog cage, a dog kennel? And he went, nope. I said, well, all right, you're one of them gays, are you? And that's that. Take it easy, everyone. I'll be back on Tuesday. Tuesday. We're going to do Tuesday and Wednesday this week. It's going to be myself. Hopefully, Anne's going to be on with us as well. But it's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday. I've got Shane Gibbs coming on Tuesday. He's a targeted individual. I did notice. I'm sorry, Webby, but I did nick him because I saw that when you said that you were going to do the Webster report and everything, and then he said, "Oh, I'll come on as a guest." So I thought. Then you didn't do it. Then it didn't transpire. So I thought I'll nick him. So I've nicked him. So I'm sorry, Webby. But you're quite welcome to come on with me as well. So listen, thanks to everybody for listening to me for the last hour. I know I've been whining on and talking out of my arse and all that sort of stuff. There's no animosity here between me and Webby. None. Well, not from my side anyway. I'm going to be fully supportive. I'm going to promote his show and everything that he does as well, because I think he's a good guy. I think he's got some great ideas, and I think that just a lack of communication between me and him has led to our downfall. As far as Andy's concerned, I mean, Andy's just disappeared from my life. I just don't get it, and I don't think I ever will. But listen, thanks for listening. We'll be back on Tuesday and Wednesday. Shane is on Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm looking at getting Andrew Johnson on. So it should be a good week, and it's going to continue no matter what. So thanks for watching us. Thank you for your continued support. I am in awe of the amount of people that actually watch this, that listen to this crap that I talk. I'm actually in awe of all you people. You obviously I've got all better to do, but I really appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate everybody. John, who's in the chat room, John Hull, who does the write-ups as well. Thanks to him. He's a great guy. And so is Super Leads as well, who's been sending me text messages today. Heath as well, who should be back online. He's not online at the moment. He's not got no broadband at his house. I think it's a new build or something. He's bought a new house, and it's he's not got any broadband at the moment, so he'll be around. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So listen, thanks for tonight. And thanks for listening to me. Thanks for listening to me groaning on. I hope I haven't gone too far. I hope I haven't gone too stupid, and I hope I haven't gone too bald. But you know, I were unconscious in bath earlier on after I knocked myself out and drowned in. So anyway, I'll see you later. I love you all, and so does Colin. And he don't even mind that I've got my fucking hand up his arse. That's what you call a proper raccoon. See you later, raccoons. Love you. Bye.